Come slay a fresh Gel-X set with me. So I have already taken off her old set and I have cut her nails down some. Now I am just working on her cuticles because that part is so important when it comes to Gel-X. Mind you, y'all, this is only my second or third Gel-X set, so this is completely beginner friendly. I'm learning as I'm going as well. I will be kind of jumping from hand to hand, just depending on which hand had the best view or best angle. But just remember that what I do to one hand, I also do to the other hand. And this video would be like an hour and a half long if I show every single detail. So just stay with me. I'll try to put in tips and tricks and just things that I have learned. Now that I'm done with all my prep drilling, I am spraying her hands with some alcohol, and then I'm gonna take a wipe and just kind of clean her fingernails. I'm really just trying to get all that dust and just dirt and just everything that builds up on the nail when you're drilling and filing and drilling and filing and all of that. I am pulling out my different Gel-X tips just to see what fits her nail bed the best. So I have like structured nail tips, natural nail tips. I have the short almonds, which look like nothing. They didn't fit her nail at all because her nail beds are so long. So right here, we're just kind of playing with some tips. As you can see, she is picking them up and just kind of looking at them. We're deciding on coffin versus almond versus sculpture versus natural, just seeing what works best on her nail. Right here, I am sizing the nail tips. I'm sure y'all already know this, but it's better to be too big rather than too small. So I'm just looking and seeing what fits her nails best. We did go with, I believe, the natural nails. These are the Alpress, APRES nail tips or Gel-X nails. And these are coffin shaped. These are the long coffin, which, as y'all can see, her nail beds are super long. So like what would be short on me barely fit her whole nail. So you just have to kind of work with it, play around with it, and figure out what works best for each client. This happens to be my mom, so I'm able to really play around and just do different things with her. Again, getting the right size is super important. So just take your time, try one size up, one size down. You don't want it to be too tight, but you don't want it too loose and all over on the side walls. You just want it to fit well, and that's what we're looking at and doing. Here's literally video of me trying to size. Y'all see I'm trying to see, does it fit? What it look like? How does it fit into the cuticle? Maybe. Don't know. And now I want to size up. And same thing. Let's look. How does it fit? And you see how it's not taking as much work, as much going from side to side. Look at that. Look. Can it fit? I clearly went with the bigger size. And as you can kind of see right there, I just line each nail up. I am going in with some dehydrator to, you guessed it, dehydrate the nails. And then after that, I will be going in with my primer. And I just want to make sure that I say I do dehydrate and prime after I have picked which tip will work for each nail. Because if you do it first, the primer makes the natural nail, a little bit sticky. So if you're trying to size your tips while you have that primer on there, it just makes the nail kind of sticky, gritty. It's like the primer doesn't lay right. So just wait and do your dehydrating and primer after you have picked the tip. On her right hand, I did go in with a thin layer of that nail glue, and I put it on her natural nail, and then we cured it for 30 seconds. I just wanted to see if it made a difference in the way my Gel X sets last. Like I said, I haven't done many sets at all, so because this is my mom, I'm able to try different things and different tips and tricks. And that's why I was like, okay, on this hand, we're gonna put the whole thin layer of nail glue just to see if it helps with retention. She's only had to set on a few days right now, so I'm not able to tell you if it works better or not, but I will be able to come back at a later time and give you an update. Only doing it on one hand because she is a trusted client and, the one who gave me life. So she works with me. If this whole hand pops off, she'll be okay. She won't write a bad review or anything. So use the people you know to try different things, whether it's designs or whether it's something like Gel X. I did go in and etch the inside of every single tip. So I just wanted to show that really quick. I just used my sanding band and just etched where I thought the natural nail would be. Now I'm going to add a little bit of that nail glue to the inside of the Gel X tip. As you can see, I kind of paint it on, and then I leave a small little blob at the bottom because you do want the Gel X to, you want the, nail glue to cover the entire natural nail. So I'm still getting used to this and working on this. As you can see, I brought over my goose light, which has the whole blue light, so that you can cure it quickly, y'all. You have to go ahead and set that, and you need the whole gooseneck light. So I leave it under there for about 15 to 20 seconds. I'm holding it pretty tight, not too tight where it hurts. I'm not trying to bust, make you bleed or anything. But I do slide the tip on. I apply some pressure, making sure that glue covers the entire natural nail. I put that gooseneck light on it for about 15 to 20 seconds. And then I go on to the next nail. When I am done with the whole hand, I will put her hand in the light for about a minute. So her whole hand will go into the light for a minute. But I'm just doing this to try to secure that Gel X tip onto her natural nail. So I am showing you again here. I'm adding that nail glue to the Gel X tip. I'm going to leave a little blob down at the bottom right there. Leaving a little blob. And now I am going to apply that Gel X tip to her natural nail. I'm trying to make sure I don't have too much glue. That's just kind of the, what is it called? It's just kind of the back and forth, the learning, the growing pains is figuring out how much glue to put on so that it doesn't spill out on the sides, which it was doing. No, actually on this nail, the glue did not cover the entire natural nail. So I am going back. I wish I was in camera a little bit more. Sorry about that, guys. But I am going back. I'm adding a little extra nail glue to that tip so that it covers her entire natural nail like so. See that? It's going all the way up to the end of her natural nail. Now I'm able to flash cure that for about 15 to 20 seconds. So that's what I'm doing right here. We're going to flash cure. I think I'm going to grab my brush. Yes, I am. Look at that. And I'm getting out that extra glue. So you don't need the glue to go above the natural nail, and you don't need it under the natural nail. So that is the trick, guys. But if it does start to kind of ooze out a little bit, just go ahead and wipe it before you finish flash curing. It's much easier to go ahead and wipe it off with your hand. You see I had a brush right there. Use a wipe, whatever you need to use. Get that extra glue off before you're done flash curing. It will make life a lot easier. Moving on to the thumb. Y'all see that nail glue going up, up, until it reaches the end of the natural nail. And now I'm just trying to get a good grip on it. Still playing with, do I hold it at the bottom, on the sides? Playing with how much pressure should I apply to the nail. But again, it is working out. I am flash curing. And we literally do this same thing for all 10 nails, guys. All 10 nails. So I'll let you just kind of watch and I'll come back in a bit. And y'all will see me continue to adjust that light, my light that I flash cure with, or it's called a gooseneck light. I'll just continue to adjust it just to get it in the right spot, or to make sure I feel like it's shining down and drying the entire nail. So just adjust how you need to adjust. Do what you need to do to achieve your goal. I think this is the last one that I show on this hand just because my angle was so bad. But as you can see, I am painting that glue on, creating a little blob down at the bottom there, right there. I'm adding a little extra down to the at the bottom of the tip. And now I am going to place the tip on the natural nail, watch that glue travel up, and then start to dry. I do want to add that I placed the tip a little bit back from the cuticle. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. See that? So I don't actually know what happened there. I don't remember, but something was wrong. Okay. I don't know if I didn't have enough glue, too much glue, or what, but I went back, added a little more glue, and we're just gonna adjust. See that? So if it's messing up, guys, you have a few seconds. Grab that nail, pull it off, reapply your glue, and then keep going. See, yeah, that was good. It is not all pretty. Sometimes you have to work that thing out. I am now getting extra glue. So see, I added glue and it was a little too much glue. That's all right. We're just going to wipe it off and keep going. But like I was saying, I do place that tip a little bit back from the cuticle. I don't place it all the way down. I give myself just a little bit of room, because I do know that I'm going to drill and file, and I want it to look very flush and very natural looking. I want it to look like I put on an acrylic tip. So I'm not going to place it all the way down into the cuticle or into the nail bed. I don't want my tip to start where the nail bed starts. Okay. Give yourself just a little bit of space, a hair of space, so that when you drill and you file, it looks very flushed and looks very natural. Okay. We're trying to look a little natural. Now look at here. Look at this. Look. I mean, just too much glue on there. Just on the struggle bus. But that's okay. I put it up to the light. I'm going to wipe inside. So I already have it completely dry. I'm going to wipe inside the nail. I'm going to wipe off the bottom. Y'all, I had so much glue on that one. That's okay. You live and you learn, okay? And this is the side I'm going to kind of speed through because my angle is so bad. Look, it's literally all the way over to the side. But I did want y'all to see, I sped this up a little bit, but I wanted y'all to have a view of this hand as well, just so you can see both hands. Okay, now we have all of our tips on, so it is time to trim them down to the length of her choice. As you can see, I have 3 of those little metal or magnetic thingies on my clippers, so they help me to clip each nail at the same size. I did not go ahead and file the nails right there. I just put on my drill bit, and I wanted y'all to see what type of drill bit it was. It is a fine drill bit, and I am going into those cuticles and just really shaping them up, making sure it looks nice and flush, that there's not like just this harsh line or harsh lump at the bottom of the nail. I'm using the belly of the drill to even come up the nail tip some. And you just want it to look nice and flush, y'all. Nice and flush, nice and natural. So that's what I am doing here. I'm going to use this drill bit on every single nail, and then I'm going to come in with my next one. And watch how I hold the nail so that I am in, or hold the fingers so that I am in complete control. And make sure that you're laying that drill bit down. It should not be at like a 90-degree angle. It should be laying up against the nail tip. So it's at an angle, and because you don't want to start to drill into the natural nail. You want to make sure that you're just kind of carving out and shaping up that nail tip, and make sure that you're in control. Use your fingers, hold their fingers, make sure that you're in control. Every drill bit should not go on your natural nail, okay? So y'all just make sure y'all trying to use the right thing so that you don't just strip away your natural nail. Now I have changed. This is also a fine, or it may be an extra fine barrel drill bit. I really like this one because it really helps me carve out that definition between the cuticle and between the nail tip. It really, to me, helps it look super natural, super carved out, super shaved, shaped up, whatever you like to call it. So I love to use this drill bit. It doesn't take a lot. Usually if you do one pass around the cuticle, it is good. So I love using this. This is one of my must-have go-to drill bits. Now I'm going to change over to my sanding band, which a sanding band can be used on the natural nail. And I also like to use it on my nail tips, whether I'm doing acrylics, overlays. Now I'm doing Gel X, because it is just great for buffing out the nail. Use your sanding band, cut it down. It does not need to be super high. It should not be shaving or carving off a lot of that nail tip. It is literally just there to buff out and add that texture to the nail. Texture but smoothness. You buff for smoothness. Like, you don't want the nail to just be so slick and have nothing to it, because then your gel polish won't stick. So that's what I'm using my sanding band for, to add some smoothness. We have used those other drill bits to flush those cuticles and make it look nice and natural and smooth. And so after this, the only thing you're missing is filing, getting your shape together, and whatever type of gel polish or designs you want to put on the nail. So we're literally almost done just with using those three those three drill bits. I usually can stick to the same 3 or 4 gel bits, even when laying overlays and acrylics, and I can get the nail to look nice, flush, natural, beautiful, all the things. And look at this. Look at God. Won't he do it? So this is our finished look. We are absolutely loving this set. We are about 3 to 4 days in, so I'll have to get back with you on the retention. But after filing and polishing, I will call this a success. Love you guys. Bye.